Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how much good depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos. Today is Wednesday, the 26th day of June 2024. I bring a news update. A political solution is imminent in resolving the case of Nnamdi Kanu. That's according to Benjamin Kalu, or yes, Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, confirmed on Tuesday that he has met with the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, who is in DSS hell, illegally detained in DSS hell. Yes. Now, the Deputy Speaker expressed high hopes that IPOB leader will soon regain his freedom. Yes, he said he has met with Nnamdi Kanu in DSS hell. Oh yes. Now he expressed excitement over the recent call by 50 members of the 10th House of Representatives, led by Honorable Obi Agocha, yes, seeking for the release of the detained IPOB leader. Look at the statement of the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, quote, "I want to sincerely express my profound appreciation to my colleagues from all parts of the country and different political parties who made up the 50 lawmakers that recently lent their voices to the appeal for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. The call signifies oneness of purpose and noble objective, that we are one people and what affects one also affects another. I have always emphasized that united we stand, divided we fall. I want to assure them that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is interested in the peace and development of the Southeast, and given his genuine love for the zone and their peace so far made, a political solution is imminent in resolving the case of Nnamdi Kanu. The voices of my brothers in the parliament are indeed inspiring, and I cannot thank them and other Nigerians enough for queuing behind me." Oh yes, that's the Deputy Speaker. He said he can't thank his fellow parliamentarians enough for queuing behind him as he is seeking for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Oh yes, that's what the Deputy Speaker is saying. But in a related development, Nnamdi Kanu has moved to appeal court where he's challenging Nyako's jurisdiction ruling. Oh yes, talking about the leader of the IPOB on Tuesday headed to the Abuja division of the appeal court over the decision of the Abuja Federal High Court refusing his application challenging the court's jurisdiction to entertain his trial. Of course, you recall on June 19, Nnamdi Kanu filed an application challenging Justice Binta Nyako led Federal High Court's decision to entertain his trial. However, Onyendu, through his lead counsel, Aloy Ejimakor, filed a notice of appeal before the Abuja Appeal Court over Justice Binta Nyako's ruling. In the notice filed before the court, Ejimakor said Justice Nyako erred in law and occasioned grave miscarriage of justice against Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, where the Binta Nyako said, quote, "The main claim in this application deals with the counts of charge the defendant is facing. These counts of charge that this court had retained after a considered ruling on the counts of charge dismissing 8 of the original counts. The main issue is that if the defendant has a problem with the counts of charge retained, the option open is appeal." End of quote. Now, according to Aloy Ejimakor, earlier on Tuesday, he filed a notice of appeal with the Court of Appeal in Abuja against the 19th June 2024 ruling of Justice Binta Nyako refusing Nnamdi Kanu's application challenging the jurisdiction of the Federal High Court to subject Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu to trial. Oh yes. Ejimakor said the trial court erred in law when it considered only one out of the 7 jurisdictional grounds raised in the preliminary objection and the lone ground bordering on the appeal of the Terrorism Prevention Amendment Act 2013. Yes, occasioned a grave miscarriage of justice against the appellant. Oh yes, that's Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. Now he said, quote, the learned trial judge erred in law and thus occasioned grave miscarriage of justice against the appellant. That's Nnamdi Kanu. When the trial court refused the preliminary objection, even after it held that all the arguments of counsel may be correct, but it requires the court to take evidence before it can pronounced on the arguments. The trial court was right to hold that the argument of the counsel to the appellant is well-founded or may be correct, but the Honorable Trial Court erred and otherwise misdirected itself on the law when it held at the same time that the said arguments will require evidence before the trial court can make its pronouncement. The learned trial court erred in law when the court ignored the glaring fact that the respondent failed woefully, that's the FG, to contradict or deny the affidavit evidence of the appellant, that's Nnamdi Kanu, and even admitted to some of the positions of the appellant. Yes, the learned trial judge erred in law and occasioned grave miscarriage of justice against the appellant when the trial court held that the notice of preliminary objection was an abuse of judicial process and consequently struck it out. End of quote. Oh yes. Now this is what is happening now. Yes, the Benjamin Kalu said he is working for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. He said they are almost there, that they are about releasing him, that he has met with Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, and he's actually expressing his profound gratitude to his colleagues, over 50 of them, who wrote to President Tinubu demanding the immediate and unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. Oh yes, so he said political solution imminent for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Of course, Nnamdi Kanu is already in courts of appeal, like I've said. Oh yes, I approached the court on Tuesday. Yes, where he's demanding that Justice Peter Nyako of the Federal High Court, oh yes, should stop the trial because the court lacks jurisdiction. Oh yes. The ruling of the Federal High Court on 19th was not in any way in tandem with what the law provides. Yes, the Federal High Court lacks jurisdiction to entertain the case of Nnamdi Kanu. That's the point. But Justice Peter Nyako erred, oh yes, in law by refusing to admit this point. Yes, that the court, the Federal High Court that she presides, lacks the jurisdiction to entertain or try Nnamdi Kanu or entertain his case. So that is the logjam, and Nnamdi Kanu has gone to the appeal court now, yes, to seek the interpretation of the appellate court on this matter. After all, the appellate court said that no court in Nigeria has the right to try him. It was the appellate court that made that pronouncement or that judgment on October 13, 2022. Oh yes, the landmark judgment that said you have no right, you lack the judicial powers to entertain any trial relating to Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, that's what the court said. And so the court said, take him back to United Kingdom or Kenya. So before you can talk of any trial, you can institute or you can commence the process of extradition. Oh yes, if you succeed in doing that, you can start to try him. Yes, but for now, you lack the powers, you lack the jurisdiction to entertain the trial of Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, or entertain his case. So that is what he's asking the appeal court to tell the Supreme Court to tell the